Hey guys, we're back. I'm sorry about that. For whatever reason, I don't know what's going on with the internet. So we got earlier the ending of a cycle. We got the death card. I don't know where I put it, but you guys saw it. Okay. And we just really want to see what's going on with that Ten of Swords. Okay, with the Sun. It's like there's definitely an ending here. What is going on? So we're going to get a Kali Oracle. Bottom of the deck is Shadashi. Number 17, the Blue Tara. Sweet Mother of Peace now bestows her gifts of clarity. Peace and the power to overcome any negative situation or condition. And let me tell you, just as the beautiful lotus flower grows from muddy waters, so too shall this arise from confusion, difficult circumstances, and heavy energies into sacred blossoming. And if you feel held back or slowed down by your circumstances, remember that the soul has the ability to process everything and become stronger, not weaker, through this. This oracle tells you that a healing and a positive prediction is coming for a peaceful future. So that's the end. That is the ending that's here. Yeah. So if you guys have a little peace and quiet, if you guys have a little distance right now, that's okay. That's okay. You guys are going to come out of this difficult situation wiser and for the better. Something good is going to come from this. I think the biggest message today has been the Divine Masculine is going to get out of confusion, which is what he's been involved in so long, for so long. Okay, and that's just the oracle. It's like we are going to come out of this. Just like the lotus grows from muddy waters, this situation will rise from all this confusion and murkiness for the better. So the Ten of Swords is about the pigeon, simply always flowing and growing. But to stay in flow, you have to move as it moves and go where it goes. Staying away from the flow means certain pain and hardship. You cannot grow where there is nothing left to support you. Admit it and move on. I think this is huge today because we got it earlier in the acceptance card with the North Star. Please watch part 1 in my lives here on my channel to see that. But the North Star was like, you know, there are some things that can't be changed. Yes, you can move mountains. You can make things work. If it's meant to work, it will work. But if it's meant to be over and end, honey, there's going to be nothing but fights, arguments, and endings. If it's meant to be worked out, there's going to be nothing but mending the bridge, making up, having fun, laughing, kissing, being attracted, being brought back together by the universe, crossing paths. You see, when something's meant to be together, there's always going to be signs. Come together, come together, come together. But when something's meant to end, it always goes back to this is over. This is it. It's not going anywhere. You're not happy. I'm not happy. We're not happy. The family's not happy. Everything's unhappy. This is stressful. This is not the way to live. This is not a flowing, good relationship. We're not going to grow in love. We are very far, far, far away from love. 4 of Cups, 8 of Cups. We have already left the love department. So anyways, yeah, it literally says you cannot grow. There's nothing left to support you. Admit it and move on. So the masculine needs to admit it, that wherever he or she is at currently is not working. Move on. So this bird, the pigeon, is often referred to as the rat of the sky. And the pigeon is considered more of a pest than a powerful totem animal. But just like the rat, the pigeon has so many lessons. The only good message here, though, is only the foolish would turn their backs on this bird's wisdom. Due to the easy food supply, these birds have become quite urban dwellers. And like their human urbanites, they prefer the company of others. Pigeons can become quite territorial about land when they're eating good food, but not territorial enough to defend it when the supply has run dry. This is the lesson of the Ten of Swords. Your supply, masculine, has run dry. The lesson here with the Ten of Swords is to get out. It's time for you to face that where you're at, there's nothing left to be taken from this. There's nothing left to gain, to be learned, to be had. Your supply is dry. And the more you stay here currently, you're only going to bring more pain and misery upon you and any of your flock that tend to stay where there's nothing left to gain. It's done. It's over. It's been over. And like the pigeon, it's time to find a new flow. In business and career, a lot of businesses, plural, make the mistake of only fishing in one pool for clients. Eventually, the pool dries up, and then you have to move on to another one. Fishing in a dried up pond is only going to cost you time and money. Don't let your pride stop you from admitting you were good, you had a good run in this business or career, wherever you were, but it's time to move on to the next plane. All right. In family and relationships, masculine, this is never a good card to see if you're currently involved in a relationship, as it usually means that things have come to an end. Sometimes it means the relationship itself, and sometimes it doesn't. But most times, unfortunately, it does. And that said, it can represent an ending of some kind, maybe an end to an argument, maybe an end to a legal matter with your person, maybe an end to a hard time that you guys have been suffering. But either way, you must be prepared to move on, either together or alone. This is the energy of being done with what was, as it no longer serves its purpose where you both have currently been. And in health and well-being, I have to admit, I would not want to see this card in a health and wellness reading. If this card comes up, you seriously need to take a good look at your habits. And what are they doing to you? The Ten of Swords comes as a warning. And if you ignore it, you will only bring yourself future pain and discomfort. The truth of this card is, are you trying to stay somewhere where you no longer belong? I repeat, masculine, are you really trying to stay somewhere where you know longer belong? And number 2, what are you, masculine, in denial about? It says it right here in black and white, guys. I'm not making it up. And then thirdly, where do you need to go to make sure your bounty continues? All right, masculine. Well, it's dead and gone where you're at. It's dead in the water. It's done, it's over, and it's time to move on. Okay? And even Blue Tara says, you know what? We're going to move on to something more peaceful, very Six of Swords. You know, this sun card could be your child, could be a friend, could be you. But the sun knows better. The sun has all wisdom that it's time to move on, divine timing, the wheel of fortune, and the 10 of swords, 10-10. You know, this is a time of new beginnings, not just terrible deaths and terrible endings. And masculine, you're fighting like hell to become a better man. Okay, wow, look at that higher power. I pray you'll forgive me. You need to keep fighting like hell. The way to get out of your situation is to get out, period. You are being around people that steal the love out of you, the magic out of you, the happiness out of you. And that's hurting your kids. That's hurting you. That's hurting your family. You not being the best version of your best self is hurting them as well as you. So get away and be the person you needed to be when you were a kid. Think about you, okay? All right, so let's get a sweet message, something nice about the peace that is supposed to come. I'll go ahead and get a unicorn oracle, okay? What is the peace that's going to come when you let go and go with the flow? So we have imagination. And bottom of the deck is compassion. Be gentle with yourself, masculine. Forgiveness will set you free. See the light in yourself and others. So see the good in every situation, please, not the bad. And envision a new reality for you, honey. Give yourself permission to dream big. Believe in unlimited possibilities. You are an old soul, and you've journeyed through so many lifetimes. And you learn more each time you reincarnate. And in each life, you always do your best. It's easy to look around and compare yourself to this guy and that girl and this family and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's easy to compare yourself. We all look around. We all compare ourselves. But no one has walked in your shoes, in your journey. No one. Stop thinking you're not good enough or you're not as far ahead as your friend. You're not as far ahead as your neighbors or your family who was your age at this time. Stop looking around at how far you're supposed to be. You are not in a race or a competition. You are living your personal soul journey. And you have your own pace, your own way. So please be gentle with yourself. Stop judging yourself so harshly, and don't judge others so harshly either. They're working their way on their journey too. See yourself through the eyes of the divine, perfect, worthy, and beautiful, and loved unconditionally. And look at others and judge them the same, that they're perfect and worthy and lovable. No matter what you've ever said or ever done, you can start fresh today. Set yourself free from the prison of guilt. Set yourself free from the shame and the chains around your heart of being unworthy. You have locked yourself into a prison by not forgiving yourself for the choices that you've made. Be conscious of the critical voice in your head and replace those harsh judgments with thoughts of love for yourself. This compassion will lift you into a higher frequency, better emotions, and a better capacity to start receiving good things. The same is true for the other people in your life. But be willing to release all resentment that you carry and know that you and only you can imprison yourself and poison yourself into thinking bad things. And only you can unlock that prison door and give yourself the cure. Let the waves of divine compassion flow out of your heart into the world around you. Let miracles happen. Go with the flow and see the good in everything, even the things that didn't feel so good at the time. Everything happens for a reason. Believe in that. All right. Hey, sorry, it took me a few to get back to the channel. Oh, thank you so much. Well, I love you guys. I'm going to take a break and I'll be back again tonight. I'm going to take a little nap. This reading has wiped me out. I don't know, maybe it's me, but I felt really channeled into this reading. Like I felt I really harnessed this person's energy. So I'm feeling a little bit drained after this reading and very thirsty. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. This concludes a Divine Masculine reading. This was the oracles. If you want to see the whole story about this situation, please go to my channel here on YouTube and go to live, and you can see part 1 as well as this one. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching me. Please like this video. Please subscribe. It really helps other people get these messages, and it really helps me on the channel too, and I'd really appreciate that loving energy exchange between us. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. I'll be back for another reading tonight, so I'll see you guys later. I love you, and have a good one until then. Bye, everybody. And like I always say, this is a journey, not a destination. So just keep swimming. Bye-bye.